Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Welcome to episode 4 of Reformer 101. This is going to be all about our lower body, legs, glutes, calves, everything from the waist down. We need no props today. Foot bar is up in its normal position. Headrest can be up or down wherever you choose. We are going to have our straps connected, and I am starting on 2 heavy springs. That's 2 red springs on my balanced body. So put on 2 heavy springs on your machine. Once you're ready, you're going to go ahead, lie yourself down. You are going to go make yourself comfortable onto that carriage, finding your heels onto the foot bar, knees under the hips and heels under the knees. So everything is hip distance apart, shoulders lightly grazing the shoulder blocks. Your abs are pulled in, finding that neutral spine. Once you're ready, take a big deep inhale. On that exhale, I want you to extend yourself out, bend your knees in, right over those ankles, and rinse and repeat. So flowing with the movement here. Quickly going to be transferring over to single leg in the next 3. For 2. On this next one, we're going to come all the way in. Left foot's coming to tabletop, right foot staying on the bar, single leg press on the heel. Think about really making that engagement towards that back line. Really squeezing into the glute as you extend yourself long. Think about the tempo. 1 count out, about 2 or 3 counts in. Let's go for 3. 2, switching to the other foot. Last one, extend it out. Bring the carriage all the way in. Drop that heel. Right leg comes up to table. Extend yourself out on the left foot. Bring it all the way in. So really feel that connection as you extend yourself long. You breathe out to push away, breathe in to come in. Last 3. For 2. Last one, we're going to come all the way in. Both heels come to the foot bar. Balls of the feet are on the foot bar. Heels are raised slightly. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend yourself out. Resist yourself in. Knees are still over the hips. Neutral spine is engaged. We're going to do that same sequence on our toes in the next 3. 2. Last one, when you come in, come all the way in. Left foot's getting lifted to tabletop. Extend and press on the right foot with the heel raised. So getting the lower body to work today, warming everything up, thinking about your breath, moving, cycling with the movement. Think about that 1 strong push out. Last 2 here. Next time you come in, come all the way in. Left ball of the foot's coming to the foot bar, right foot's coming to tabletop. Extend here. We're going to go for 3 more. Trying to have control of that carriage every time you come in. Place both feet onto that foot bar. Heels are still lifted. Extend yourself out. Double lower lift heels. So drop the heels underneath the foot bar. Feel like somebody's pulling from the opposite side of the foot bar, pulling, tugging underneath those heels. Lift up onto the toes. Use your breath however you seem fit. Last 2. Next time you come up onto the balls of those feet, go ahead, bend those knees. Bring yourself all the way in. Go ahead, slide your heels up to the foot bar. If your headrest is down, this is where we're going to need it flat. Shimmy yourself a little bit away from the shoulder blocks here. Arms are reaching by your sides. I want you to find that neutral spine, and then I want you to tuck your pelvis towards your nose, towards your belly button. I want you to peel yourself up, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up into that bridge. Once you come to the top, take an inhale. Exhale, roll yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, through the upper back, the mid back, and the lower back. Let's flow with this movement for 2 more here. So coming into that neutral, tucking, rolling yourself up, 1 vertebrae at a time, squeezing at the top of the glutes. Take an inhale at the top and slowly articulate yourself down. 1 more full range of motion here. Exhale, roll it down. Once you come into that neutral spine, find yourself in there, reset yourself, close your carriage if it's moved away. A little bit of a lighter carriage, so naturally for the carriage to move away. We're going to not roll our pelvis now. Everything's going to stay in a flat back. So take an inhale to prepare. Breathe out as you lift the hips, squeeze the glutes. Hold yourself at the top. Now from here, I want you to, without moving the hips, I want you to open up the knees out to the side. Squeeze the legs together. Lead with the inner thighs. Pull towards that center. Squeeze. Pull up through that pelvic floor. Remember, the inner thighs are the gateway to the pelvic floor. We're going to go for 3 more. Squeeze. Try to keep those hips square, level to the ceiling above you. 1 more here. When your knees come down, go ahead, bring your hips all the way down. Give yourself a moment, roll those ankles, close that carriage if it moved. All right, coming in to the flat back bridge, glute bridge, just like we did before. This time we're going to move the carriage. So if moving the carriage is not for you, continue with the up and down of the flat back bridge. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift those hips straight up to the clouds. Now make sure your neck is long. You're on your shoulder blades. Flex the toes towards your nose. Go ahead, extend the carriage out. Find that full length extension. As you come in, knees come up over the hips. Abs stay close to the rib cage. So push it out. Pull that carriage in with those hamstrings. Yes, let's go for 4. Pull it in. Really find that length as you extend yourself out. Pull it in. More control on the close. This will be our last one. We're going to bring it up. Knees come up over the hips. You're going to hinge yourself down. Take a moment here. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, lift those hips back up, going in for a second set. So extend yourself out. Pull yourself in. Extend. Pull in. Lift those hips as you come up. If you feel it in your lower back, bring your upper rib cage closer to the carriage mat. You're extending too much. Last 2. One more here. Pull it all the way in. Once you come towards that stopper, go ahead, hinge your hips down. Excellent job. Bring your knees towards your chest. Roll those ankles if you need it. And then I am going to carefully turn and face you, coming over on to my left side. So if you turn and face me, that'll make it easier for us to flow together. So whatever hip you are on, you want to bring your bottom leg out long. So I want you on your hip, nice long line, flat foot on to the foot bar. You can lift your headrest. Have your head comfortable, but you're on your hip. Bottom leg reaching long like somebody is pulling it. Flat foot on to the foot bar. We're going to go ahead, watch the knee, stays in line with the hips. You're going to extend yourself out and resist yourself in. So I want you to be mindful that the knee is staying in line with the hip. It's not dropping as you come in. So really think about pressing through that foot, not favoring the ball of the foot or the heel of the foot. It's coming straight through the flat foot. Bottom leg is just resting long, not for long, but it's just resting now. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. On this next one, I want you to come in but not come to the stopper. You're holding the carriage away from the stopper, your long leg. You're going to lift it up, tap the foot bar, bring it down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Do you feel, for me, that's my left glute, my right glute that's on that foot bar. Last 2, and then we're going to just pulse it with the foot on the foot bar. And when we go ahead, lift that leg, lower it back to center, give me little pulses off the foot bar, flat through that foot. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, extend it all the way out. Bring it all the way in. Mini break here. Bring that bottom leg up. Top leg comes up. Hit that hip for a moment. And then the bottom leg is going to stay in line with the hip. Top leg is going to come where your toes are hanging off the foot bar and your heel is just pressing in. So coming more activation to the glute here. When you're ready, take a big deep inhale, extend the carriage out. Now watch the knee, that it stays in line with the hip. So really make that connection through the heel to the glute. We're going to go for 5. Last 3. We're going to come in for those little pulses for 2. Last 1. That glute should start talking to you. Little pulses here. Itty bitty pulses, not touching the stopper. Control the movement for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend yourself all the way out and bring yourself in. Great job. Bring those knees down. Go ahead and hit that hip here. All right. Once you're ready, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to quickly turn myself around, coming on to my right side now. Head comes down, laying on my right side. My foot is flat onto the foot bar. My bottom leg is reaching long. I have a long line from the crown of my head to the tip of my toe. When you're ready, flat foot, press it out, resist it in. You're watching that knee is staying in line with the hip, not dropping as you come in and bend that knee. Use that breath. We have 3 more. We're going to come for that bottom lower lift in 2. On this last one, you're going to come in all the way, but stay away from the bumper. Stop the carriage with that glute. Lower, lift, and lower. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it down towards long, little pulses with the foot on the foot bar. Up and down, control the carriage for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, extend yourself all the way out. Bring yourself in. That long leg now comes up. And we are going to walk our heel towards the edge of the foot bar so our toes are off. Abs are pulled in, you're on your side. When you're ready, push through that heel, make that connection to the glute, and bring it in. Let's go for 3, coming in for those pulses after 2. 1 more here. You're going to come down in away from that bumper. Pulse up, stop it with the heel. Feel that glute turn on when you have to stop that carriage. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, extend that carriage all the way out. Bring yourself in. Place that knee on down. Give yourself a hit on that hip. And then we are carefully going to turn around and we are going to come up on our carriage because we need to make a spring change. So I am going to be adding on a blue spring, taking off both of my heavy springs. So I am just down to 1 blue. Once you're down to 1 blue, leave your head rest up. We are going to come back over on to our left side, the first place we started, and we are going to lie ourselves down. Now I'm going to take my bottom foot, I'm going to push out onto the foot bar. I'm going to grab my strap that coincides, and I'm going to put that strap on my top foot. Once I have that strap on my top foot, I'm going to bend this leg in. This leg is going to be reaching long, like you stepping on the foot bar. Once you have that leg reaching long, I want you, strap comes in between the legs, bring the heels together, lift the heels up. So now this goes by your hip range of motion. We're going to come into clams, so we're lifting the heels up, and we're going to close and open. Your goal is to stay on your side, not open your hips. If your hips are tight, you're going to naturally want to do this, roll onto your back. You want to stay into your range of motion, opening and closing. We have 4, 3, then we're going to go into separated clams, 2. Last one, when the legs are open, drop the bottom leg. Now top leg is just going to close, lift. Again, watch that you don't roll to the back. Work in to your range of motion. We have 4. We're going to add an extension here. 3. Feel that glute starting to work, that top glute. 2. Next time your leg is open, hold it open. I want you to extend that foot out, bend it in, close it down. Lift, extend, bend, and close. Last 2. 1 more here. When we open our legs, we're going to extend that top leg long. We're going to hold it there. We're going to sweep that leg forward towards our nose. Sweep it back. Again, watch that you're not rolling. You're staying on your hip. I caught myself rolling. So you want to stay on that hip. Don't roll forward. The movement comes from the hip socket. We have 4 more. Reach long towards the foot bar. Last 2, and then we're going to hold our feet in front of our nose, or our chest, should I say. Last one here. Next time you bring that leg in front of you, I want you to hold it there. I want you to turn your toes towards the floor, lower, and lift. Hello, glutes. We have 4. Breathe it out. 3, 2. Last one. Go ahead, bring that leg long. You can bring your knees in together and carefully take that strap off. Once you have that strap hung up, we are going to come up on our carriage. We are going to face our foot bar. We are going to give that right glute a little bit of a break. We're going to work that left glute now. So staying on that blue spring, I'm going to bring my knee and my inside foot, for me that's my right foot, onto the carriage. We're coming into a scooter position, so soft bend in the standing leg. I want you to draw the abs in. I want you to hinge yourself over. Now knee comes off the carriage. I want you to go ahead, stay where you are, steady. I want you to extend the carriage out, bring it in. Now you can hold on to the foot bar to stabilize yourself, but the weight is coming from the heel of the standing foot, working this left glute right here. So you choose where you want to be. I either like my hands in prayer, or usually I like them on my hips to feel what my pelvis is doing. We're going for 4 and 3, 2. Last one, we're going to hold it back. We're going to pulse the carriage for 8, 7. Think about the weight coming through that heel. Last 3, 2, and 1. Extend the carriage out, bring it all the way in. Take a quick little break here. Our standing leg is now going to move up closer towards the foot bar. Again, back leg is coming up off the carriage, back leg is coming long. We're going to hinge at the hips. So from here, now it is the standing leg as we bend the leg on the floor. As that leg reaches long, press up through the heel as you come up, squeeze the glutes. Press it down. Again, the foot bar is here to help. It's all about pressing through the heel, making that connection with the glute. We have 4 more. You got this. Be strong. For 3. We got pulses coming after this. 2 more. 1 more here. You're going to hold it down. Little pulses up and down. Remember that foot bar is here if you need it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully come all the way up. Woo! Feel that glute working. All right, shake it out for a moment. All right, I'm going to come over to the other side. We are now going to do the same thing on the other side. So I am now going to be laying on my right side. My knees are stacked. My hips are stacked. I'm going to grab the strap's going onto the top foot. Once I extend myself out long, get myself situated, my heels are coming together. Both heels are lifted off the carriage. Carriage rope is in between the legs. When you're ready, we're coming into those clams. We're going to close the legs, open the legs. Again, watch that roll. Work within your range. Breathe in, exhale. This glute's giving me a little bit of a shake. It's telling me it's a little fatigued. Last 2. Next time those legs come open, drop the lower leg. Now we're just going to open and close the top. Again, watch that roll. You want to stay on your side. Last 2, we're going to add that extension. Open the leg, you're going to extend the leg long. Bend the knees in, close the leg. Open, extend, bend, and close. Simple, but effective. Last two here. Next time you have that extension of the leg, you're going to hold it long. You're going to float that leg up towards your nose and press it back. Again, stay in your range of motion. Use that glute to swing it back. Last three. For two. Trying to keep that leg at hip height. Last one, when the leg is in front of you, hold it there. Point the toes towards the ground, lower and lift. Hello, glutes, it's almost there. We got 5, 4, hang in there, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, extend that leg long. Woo. Hit that hip and carefully take that strap out. All right. Left glute is officially burned out. So let's come up on the carriage. Left glute is going to get a little bit of a break now. So we're going to face our carriage. Left leg's coming down onto the carriage. Right leg is kind of in line in a scooter position. Abs are pulled in. You're going to hinge at the hips. Remember, the bar is here for safety. Extend the carriage out. Bring the carriage in. Extend it out. If you feel safe, let go with your hands. Give yourself a little bit of a balance challenge. Remember, we're going to go in for those pulses in 4 and 3, 2, last one. You're going to hold it out. Little pulses in and out. Right leg, right glute is starting to say, hello, I'm here to work. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. Take a moment, drop your knee. You're going to step your foot a little bit forward. Protect that lower back. Draw the abs in towards the spine. Hinge yourself up, leading with the back leg. You're going to extend yourself out, bend into the standing leg. Push through the heel as you come up. Again, foot bars here if you need it. Hinge at the hips as you come down. You should always have a slight hinge at the hips. We got 2 more. Then coming in for those little pulses halfway. 1 more full set. You're going to come down into those pulses, little pulses here. This is the end of it. Finish strong, coming into a stretch after this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring yourself up. Woo. Hit that right glute if that's the side you're on. Give yourself a shakeout. Great job. I'm just going to come face y'all, sit at the edge of my carriage. Let's just go ahead and stretch out those glutes. We're going to come into a figure 4. So I'm going to start with my left foot coming in, bringing my left foot over my right knee. Now I'm going to put some pressure into the bottom of my foot and just go ahead, give myself a little press down on my knee. Now, if this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to go a little deeper, you can hinge yourself forward. And as you hold this stretch, you can go deeper and deeper. It doesn't take much. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. So bringing my right foot over my left, my bad hip, so range of motion is much different here. Again, press through the bottom foot, push out on the knee. And this is enough for me. I'm staying right here, but if you want more, you can hinge yourself forward. And just breathe through it. We're holding. Maybe push a little deeper. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring those legs together. And that finishes today's class. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'll meet you on the Reformer. Bye.